Hello everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you some of my current favourite things. And I mentioned in a previous favourites video that I wouldn't be doing monthly favourites at the moment just because I feel like I don't try enough new products and I don't want to feel like I have to randomly pull things or force myself to do it. So if I have enough products I will do monthly favourites. I tend to go backwards and forwards between products and I go through spouts of trying new things. That's just how I am. But over the last few weeks or so I have found myself going back to similar products, and I have got a couple of new things that I got which I've been loving but I haven't really mentioned them on the camera. I thought I'd share them with you today. If you want to find out what my current favourites are, then please just keep watching. I did go through a little phase of being really lazy about taking my makeup off, and I noticed that I was breaking out quite a lot around sort of this area. I've been a lot more strict with myself recently about taking off my makeup at night, and I only use two things and together I just feel like they are the perfect match. So I don't know if I've actually mentioned this before, but I take off my eye makeup before I take off like my foundation and things like that, and this is hands down the best eye makeup remover I've ever used. I've tried quite a few sort of face makeup removers as well that you can use around your eyes, and I've just never liked them, but this is just amazing. This is the Nivea Double Effects eye makeup remover, and it's one that's got like the oil. You shake it up and then put it on like a cotton pad and then just remove your makeup, and it's amazing at removing anything. My Maybelline eyeliner, which is normally an absolute nightmare to get off, this removes it no problem. This is also what I use to take off my lashes as well, just to melt the glue, and then I can reuse them again. So I've been absolutely loving this. This is actually my second bottle I just recently repurchased. If you haven't tried it, I'd definitely recommend picking this up. Once I've done that, I then go in with my cleanser to remove all the rest of my makeup and give my skin a nice good clean. And this is the third or fourth time I've purchased this. This is the Boots Botanics Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm. This stuff is amazing. After only a couple of days of using it, I noticed that my spots dramatically reduced size. All the redness went down. I felt like they were really noticeable. And I've got like a red patch here, which has been going down a lot more since I started using this. I just love it. I love the smell of it. It has got a weird... I can't describe the smell. I actually quite like it. I feel like some people might not, but all it is like a balm. You just, what I do is I just take some, put it on my face while it's dry, and then you get a cloth with it which you like rinse under the tap with some lukewarm water and then just wipe it all over your face. And because it's like a balm, my face just feels so like soft and moisturised after I've used it. I absolutely love it. I will continue to use it. A little bit goes a long way, so it will last you a nice amount of time. And it's got rosehip oil, which I've heard there's a lot of benefits on using rosehip oil on your skin, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. Then I've just got some makeup bits that I've been using a lot. The first thing is, it's dirty because I haven't cleaned it yet, but is my Beauty Blender sponge. This is the original Beauty Blender sponge, and I've just been absolutely loving this. I really do think it's good. I think it's so worth the money. I can see why people do, you know, buy these and love them so much. I know that there is sponges that you can get which are good, but I've got to admit that I do think this is better. It's amazing for baking. Don't feel like I have to keep dipping into my powder and then packing it on. I feel like I can just do it once and just pop it on, and it just works so much better. I love it. I really do. I really would recommend it to anyone. I recently mentioned that I got this in a haul and used it in a first impressions, and ever since I've used it every single time I've worn my makeup. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and it's amazing. I love it. I love the coverage, I love the finish, I love the fact that it lasts. It does crease a little bit, but all I do is set it and then it's absolutely fine. I find it really difficult. I think it's quite common for that to be with concealers. I think that you should always set your concealer anyway. I just absolutely love it. Love it. A little bit goes a really long way with this, so you really don't need to use that much. I would definitely repurchase this. I know that they do correctors, which I've heard aren't as good as this, but I do want to give them a go. If you haven't tried this, I definitely recommend trying it. It is obviously a little bit more expensive than like your normal like Maybelline or L'Oreal concealer, but I do think it's good. So I definitely recommend it. And I'll just continue with face products. I used to use my MAC blushes all the time, but I have found myself reaching for my kind of more lower end blushes. I would use MAC Melba or MAC Margin pretty much anytime I did my makeup, but the one blusher that I've been reaching for is this bourjois one, and this is in the colour 95 Jasper Rose. I love these little bourjois brushes. I think they're really nice. They do smell like perfume. I'm pretty sure that the people who do bourjois are the same people who do Chanel makeup. That's why like packaging and stuff like that sometimes looks a little bit similar, but this is just an absolute gorgeous colour. It's kind of like a pink with some gold in it, so it's almost like a rose gold kind of thing, but it just gives, it's a bit hard to swatch, but on the cheeks it just gives a real nice kind of glow, but without looking real shimmery, which is what I sometimes find with lower end blushes, is they can look too shimmery, but this is just absolutely gorgeous. They're definitely worth giving it a go. And I also mentioned that I got this in a haul recently. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush. This brush is amazing. I've used it for pretty much anything. I've used it for highlighting the inner corners, for putting colour all over my lid, putting colour in my crease, putting colour in my outer corner, under my brow bone. I've used it for everything and it is amazing. It is definitely by far the softest brush that I do have. It's not shed at all. It cleans perfectly and it dries and stays in its shape, and it's like the perfect pointed brush. I love it because it's bigger than a pencil brush, but it's smaller than your normal like MAC 217 brush, so it's that perfect kind of medium, and I can really get any look that I want to do with this brush. This is one brush that I would say is a staple to have. I mean, not this exact brush, but a brush like this is definitely a staple. And this Sigma one is amazing. I tried to look at so many different brands for a brush like this, and I did find it really difficult. So when I ordered this, I didn't have high expectations that it was going to look exactly how I thought it would look, but when I saw it I just knew it was perfect. So definitely recommend that. I've been wearing eyeliner quite a lot recently, which I don't normally tend to do. I sometimes wear like black or brown in my waterline, depending on what kind of look I'm going for, but sometimes it can look too harsh and it can make my eyes look really small. So I've been using a gold eyeliner, and this is Power Surge by MAC, and I love it. I'm actually wearing it today. It looks like I have eyeliner on, but it doesn't look too harsh. It's kind of like that very soft but still kind of a little bit smoky look, and I just think it's perfect. I think this eyeliner is perfect for people with like more pale skin. I think it looks gorgeous on anybody, but I do think it's the kind of perfect brown for people with pale skin because it's not too harsh. It's amazing. It is a little bit kind of shimmery as well, so it does give a little bit of brightness to your eyes, but I just love it. I'd recommend it to anyone. It glides on like a dream as well, and it's not too dark, so it's just absolutely perfect. You can see the kind of shimmer there. But yeah, I just absolutely love this. I'd definitely recommend that eyeliner to anybody. I keep seeing Kylie Jenner's, she seems to have released a lot of lip kits recently, and the one colour that I really just immediately was like, oh, I want that colour, is Ginger. I just think it's a really nice kind of warm toned deep nude, but I'm really not sure whether or not I want to pay that much for it and that much shipping. I still haven't made up my mind. I do really want to try them, but at the moment I just can't justify getting them, so maybe sometime soon. So I did a little bit of research online to see if there was any dupes out there which were easy for me to get hold of, and I saw a picture of someone saying that MAC Persistence, which I'd never heard of before, was a dupe for it. So I was in Birmingham and went to a Selfridges and picked it up there. So this is the colour. I'll swatch it for you so you can see. Obviously I don't have Ginger to compare it to, but from what I've seen online, I'd say this is pretty similar. It's like a really kind of reddy orange toned nude, but it's a little bit more deep. When I first got it, I was a little bit worried that it was going to be really similar to like Whirl, but I'll swatch Whirl. So I've got Whirl the lipstick, and I'll swatch it next to it, and you can see that there is a little bit of a difference. So this is Whirl and this is Persistence. I feel like Whirl's got a little bit more like red, whereas Persistence got a little bit more kind of orange to it. So they are pretty similar. I find it weird that no one actually talks about Persistence because it is an absolute gorgeous colour. I wore it in my no liner and lashes video that I did recently, and I just think it looks so nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking that one out. Like I said, I'm surprised that no one, I've never had anyone talk about it until I did the research into finding a dupe for Ginger. So I don't know if it's because it's a fairly new one or it's just one that nobody tends to talk about. My collection lip gloss. I'm not really a lip gloss kind of person. I hate the feeling of sticky lips, and I also hate it when like my hair gets in it, and I find that it just makes my lips look a little bit smaller for some reason. But this colour, this is Rocksteady number 3, is just amazing. And the formula of this lip gloss is really nice. It's really pigmented, but it's not sticky. So I'll just swatch it so you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So that is it there. It's just kind of like a peachy nude. It's so like glossy as well, which I actually really do like. So I've been kind of just popping that on my lips sometimes with nothing on. I think in my video where I did my eyelashes, I was just wearing this on my lips, and it just gives a little, it just looks like I have something on my lips rather than nothing, without it being too over the top. So if I don't ever really know what to do, I just normally throw this on and it looks fine. My last favourite, and probably the thing that I have loved the most in the last few weeks, is actually my Urban Decay Naked Through palette. I don't think I've actually used this in a tutorial. I think I might have used one shade out of it, but I don't think I've just used the whole palette in general. But I've just been absolutely loving this recently. I hadn't used it for quite some time, and I just kind of forced myself to, just picked it up and decided to do a look just using this palette, and I love it. I forgot how much I loved it. I'm actually wearing it today. The only thing about this palette that I not dislike, but I just wish was different, is that it had like maybe a brown in there, just because they're all very kind of purple. I always want like a nice initial kind of brown neutral transition colour, so I do find myself picking up like one of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows before going in with this, but then I can do the rest of the look just using this. The colour in particular that I've been using loads is this colour here, Trick, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and it's like this gorgeous kind of rose gold. I'll swatch it so you can see. I wore it one day and loved it, and then the next day I thought I'd try it with some Fix Plus, and it makes so much of a difference with a bit of Fix Plus. It's this colour here, and it's just this, it's just a gorgeous kind of rose gold colour. I just love it. I think it looks really nice. It really kind of makes my eyes look a bit more green when I use this palette. I feel like this palette's really unique, and it's not, I don't have like any other eyeshadows that have these kind of colours, so I do think that this is a really nice palette to have, and you can create so many different looks with it. I do want to kind of experiment a little bit more with it. If you want to see a look using this Trick eyeshadow colour, then let me know. I really want to do like a rose gold monochromatic kind of look. I think that would look so nice. So yeah, let me know if that's something that you want to see, and I can do that for you. But I've just been absolutely loving it. So those are all my current favourites at the moment. Obviously I have been liking other things, but they're just the things that have really stood out to me recently that I wanted to share with you all. If you have any favourites that you've never heard me talk about and you think I might like, then please let me know in the comments down below. I want to try some new things. So yeah, give me some ideas of things that you love, and I'll definitely check them out. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!